I tend to think about how much do manga artists, especially for shonens, have to frame their work in a specific way in order to get serialized in the magazine. Hajime Isayama pretty much had all of the major plot points of Attack on Titan planned out before he began serialization. However, I wonder how much of that information the editor knew while Isayama was pitching the series to get serialized. Because I feel many of us initially expected the story to go in a typical action fantasy shonen fashion, where Eren trains his abilities and eventually fights the Colossal Titan as the big bad final boss. But is that how Isayama pitched the series to the editor when he was first showing the manga? And then if that is the case, at what point did Isayama say to the editor, oh, by the way, the manga is suddenly gonna have humans be the real villains of the story, surrounded by political manipulation, conflict leading to genocide, and a race war? Is there even anything at that point the editor can do? You're basically in so deep in the story that forcing the author to change things would most likely end up hurting the narrative in the long run, but would the editor have felt duped because Isayama just pulled the rug from underneath him, or just be pleasantly surprised at how different the story turned out?